Okay, well, welcome to our Friday night Essence meeting. My name's Cheyenne Kramer, and this is the team of iClub Biz that is all about helping people to discover their personal passion, their personal mission, their personal Friday night essence, and building a team of people who are enthusiastic about collaboratively bringing in money that allows us to do the things we really want to do while we're still dancing on the planet. So thanks for being here. I will just kind of mention just a few things about iClub. We are a program that is designed for individuals who have a vision for doing something in their life that they don't have the money to do right now. And we absolutely love how the company has provided us with stepping stones so that anybody can get involved with this company. We have quite a number of products in the company. One of my favorites is the travel program. For a mere $30, anybody can become a travel agent. And even if you're not in a position where you're doing a lot of traveling, you can book travel for other people and earn income. We actually have a nonprofit director right now who has started booking travel for pastors of churches. And she's making money just by booking travel for other people. We have a number of healthy type products: colostrum, a healthy coffee, a weight loss product, a non-toxic cleaning product, and one of the products we really love to talk about a lot on this meeting is our lead capture page, because that's where we can create a video telling other people about our purpose and our passion in the world and help to attract other people to us who might have a similar vision. When you start finding people with similar visions and you start working together, now you create a team that can't be stopped, that will be there for each other, work together, and help each other to build long-lasting, ongoing income. So these are just these are some of our wonderful products. And I'm going to focus a little bit tonight on explaining a concept that most people have never heard of when it comes to network marketing. I talk about building teams of people where you have somebody who's a coach, somebody who is a connector, and somebody who is a consultant. And I'm going to go right into my husband's account here tonight, and we'll pull up some information in his back office so that I can kind of explain a little bit of what I'm talking about. So the first thing I want to do, though, because we have somebody on here who's definitely new to the call, I want to just show you that this is what we're talking about here. This is not a get-rich-quick company, but it is a company that anybody can join because it doesn't cost a lot of money, and the whole purpose of it is to learn how to build what we call automatic money. Automatic money that just drops into your account every day, whether you're working or not. So you can see over the last month here, this is my husband's account, and there's not huge amounts of money. There was $8 one day, $1.25, $1.87. But the fact of the matter is that for the last several days, especially June 11, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, he's just had cash dropping into his account. And he has the iWeb tool product, our lead capture page, which we use as our marketing tool to find other people. And his got paid for right out of his account this month. So because he has shared some product with some people, we're building a team. Our team is sharing products and sharing the opportunity with people. He's got money dropping into the account almost every day, and he's able to buy his product right out of this account. That's what makes it such an awesome stepping stone program. If people can purchase the travel program or purchase the website and join us, that's great. Do it. But if you need to start with just a $5 purchase to be able to get to be part of the team, you can do that, and it will still work for you. So those are the kinds of things that we like people to understand, and just make sure as we go forward that that's an important part. If you've got a lot of noise in your environment, there is a mute button down on the bottom of your screen. We'd ask you to consider clicking that mute button so that it's not too noisy for everybody else who's listening in on the call. So you can always unmute yourself too. And we are recording, so we try to keep the noise level down as we're going forward. So that's the first thing I want to make sure everybody understands, is this idea of automatic money. That's what we're really trying to do, but we have to build a team to be able to do that. And so I'm going to take you guys straight over to my husband's genealogy, because you're all part of it, or at least most of you in here are. There may be one or two that isn't. But you can see in Don's team right now, he's got 50 people on his left leg, but he's got 0 on his right leg. And so we have to start building his right leg in order for him to be able to earn team income. That is a requirement of this whole thing. But let's go back to the idea of what I talked about a minute ago, that some people have a natural talent to be a coach. Typically, somebody who's a coach is pretty good at helping to discover for other people what motivates them, helps them to stay enthusiastic, stay engaged. But they also typically are going to be somebody who has learned about the products, learned about the opportunity, and can explain it to somebody else. They're a good consultant or a good teacher. So that's kind of the role that I'm playing for all you guys right now. Is, you know, I'm being the teacher. I'm doing these meetings so that you guys can learn from me, learn about the products, learn about the opportunity, and learn some non-traditional ideas about how to go about building a good, productive team. So a coach has to be able to understand the products and the compensation, and they've got to be somebody who can help keep people motivated. But the other side is they also have to have the ability to be a connector. A connector means that you're good at connecting with other people and introducing them to what we're doing. Now, for myself, you know, I have found in the marketplace that there's a lot more people who are comfortable being a teacher or a consultant and not as comfortable being a connector. That's why we're teaching about using iWeb tool. That's why we're teaching about using it as a tool to find people out on the internet that might be interested in what you're doing. So, because if you're not a natural connector, you can always create a small website, put a video on it, and just post it out there and see who's attracted to your message. That's a tool that we can use for people who are not naturally connectors. So that's the whole thing. Most people in network marketing have a hard time building a team because they either don't have a large network of people to go to, or if they do have a large network of people to go to, a lot of times people don't want to hear about what they're doing. So we have to be able to go out there and attract people who do want to know about what we're doing. It's not a natural skill set for everybody. That's why I spend so much time here on Friday nights trying to teach you some basic marketing ideas. So most people would prefer to be a teacher. I've heard Henry asking lots of questions. He's really trying to learn the program, and he's going to be a good teacher for his team if and when he decides that he would like to kind of take on that role. He's starting to get to a place where he can really explain the program to them, to other people. But, you know, if you guys are just like, Donald's a pretty good connector. Donald's pretty good at going out there and connecting with people and getting relationships and inviting them to come to this call. So that is a way that teamwork really happens well together. Because if Donald keeps inviting people here to listen to me teach, to be the consultant, then I'm helping Donald to build his team, and Donald's helping me to build mine. Right. So that's what I want you guys to think about as you're talking to people. Ask them some questions. Try to find out whether the people you're talking to are more comfortable being in a teaching role, or are they more comfortable being just a connector who maybe doesn't have the time or doesn't want to spend the time to really learn a whole lot about the program. Because both can be extremely valuable to you. And so I'm going to click through our genealogy here under Mr. Kramer and Mr. Stedman, just so you can get a sense of what I'm talking about here. Because there are some very special types of connector people that you could and should be looking for out here. And I want you all to be on the lookout for this. So I need to go down. Should have shut that down, but I didn't. I need to go down this side here to be able to show you some of the people that we're talking about. Oh, good. This is going to move for me. All right. I believe I got to keep going down here. Yeah, Martina. So, you know, as an example, this gal is very well connected in the community. She does a lot of things to help youth. And we're now partnering with her. And I want you to hear this, because Martina does not understand this program at all. She really doesn't. She knows that she's in here to be a travel agent. She doesn't understand a whole lot about it. But we are partnering with her because she's putting on a summer camp for a group of kids. And so we've told her we want to use iClub as a fundraising tool to help us bring in some money to cover some of our costs of doing this camp for her. We're going to be teaching these kids about entrepreneurship. So tomorrow, she has set us up to be able to be at a business expo in Durham at her church. So we're going to be promoting iClub at her church. Now, nice. Again, she doesn't know squat about it. So she's going to be relying on Mr. Donald Kramer here to be able to explain the program to people. But she's being the connector. She put us in the church where we have people to talk to. Can you start to understand the idea that there might be some really powerful connectors out there that could help you build your team?
Oh, yeah.
It's a very powerful thing. Now I'm going to try to go down a little bit further, and I'm hoping I can get this to move. Yes, it's moving. Okay, so here's another example. This gal owns a nonprofit. She is always working on trying to bring in more funds for her nonprofit. She is the one, and this person is part of Mr. Stedman's team. She is the one who's gone to pastors of churches and started booking their travel and making money doing it. Some of the volume that both of the Donalds are seeing is coming because of all the travel this woman is booking as a travel agent. But she is a nonprofit, so she goes to these churches and says, help me raise money for my nonprofit by booking your travel with me. Nonprofits are a very powerful place to be able to make connections because they can be amazing connectors. It just so happens Linda wants to be a teacher. And so she's teaching all about the travel program and how it works. That's an amazing thing. We also, I think we have Mr. Craig Springer on the line with us here tonight. He may be just listening, but Craig owns a store. That means he's a connector. He still doesn't understand a lot about this program, but he's got connections every weekend to lots and lots of people. Somebody in the team could decide to come and partner with Craig and go stand in his store on the weekends and talk to people about this program. And the person who partners with Craig could be, you know, working on splitting whatever activity comes out of it. So if somebody really likes being a teacher, here's a guy who is a great connector, and every weekend he's at a flea market with lots and lots and lots of people.
Yes.
That is a great connector situation. Okay. I'm trying to think who else is down in here that I could show you. I think we're down this way. So I just want you to understand there are people who will be great, great connectors out here that you can partner with people who don't have a strong network. And I think if I go down one more, I'll be able to show you one more example here. Exactly. Okay. Yes. So right here, let me pull up Tanisha. Tanisha Thomas is in Mr. Stedman's line and Mr. Kramer's line. And Tanisha Thomas has a nonprofit, okay? And so she did an event one day for a bunch of kids called STEAM in the Capitol, where she was talking about STEAM education. It's basically science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And we asked her if we could come. She joined the team, and we asked if we could come and promote the travel program at her event. In that case, Tanisha was being a connector. She was someone who had prospects. And it's like, hallelujah. While we were there, we got these two people to buy the travel program. So they became Tanisha's people. They were put under her, but Tanisha played the connector. We went and played the consultant, played the teacher role. And as a result, we helped Tanisha start building her team. Is this making sense? Do you understand how you can partner with people to strengthen what you're doing?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, and I'll even show you real quick. This is Tanisha's iWeb tool site. This is what we were showing people at her event. So she's got this video on here of these young kids that she teaches them how to run TV cameras in a real TV studio. She's teaching them how to be journalists. And on this website, basically, we were telling people, hey, we're helping her to purchase cameras for her roving reporters. And so you can help her purchase cameras for her reporters while saving money on your own personal and business travel. That's how we use iWeb tool. That's what this is. And this is an amazing tool. If you know anybody who's out there in the nonprofit industry, and there's a lot of small nonprofits, you don't have to go tackling the Red Cross. This is a small nonprofit, and they're all looking for ways to be able to bring in that automatic money because they need it. Grant money is down. There's a lot of people aren't making as many donations. So they need to have this kind of thing. So I just want you to be aware. There's another kind of partner that you guys need to be aware of, and that is media entities out here. So this is the City Insight magazine, and believe it or not, they're getting ready to join my team. Now, of course, it looks like I lost the darn link that I had, but what I wanted to show you, they're getting ready to join our team because they like what we're doing. They like how we're doing it. They like the work that we're doing out here working with some of our wealth-challenged communities. And actually on the website somewhere, and I'm not going to go digging for it, is actually an article that I wrote. The owner of the City Insight is already part of our Legal Shield team. And so he let me write an article about identity theft as a way to create an ad in his magazine for us both to be able to get leads for identity theft protection. So think about that. If you find any small newspapers, any small magazines in your area, if you find not just those, internet radio. We may have some opportunities here real soon to do some things with internet radio. If you can bring them in on your team, they become connectors for you. They can become places that you can get lead generation done by partnering with them rather than spending a whole lot of money with them. Are you catching some of this? Is it making sense? You have to be in a place where you start to be able to communicate that you can be their teacher. Because the guy who owns the City Insight, he don't want to take all kinds of time to learn about iClub Biz. He's running his magazine. But is he willing to generate prospects and hand them to me so that I can put them in his team? All day long. So he's the connector, I'm the consultant, and we work together, we partner together to build the team.
Yeah, that's a good way.
Is that cool?
Yeah, that's one good marketing technique. That's definitely smart. I like it.
Well, and that's the whole thing, is because a lot of people don't feel so comfortable in going out and talking to people to bring them into a program, let's partner with people who can help generate the leads and the prospects for us. That is so powerful. Now you put yourself more in the role of being the teacher processing those prospects. It's similar to whatever Henry's doing right now. I still don't know where all the folks are coming from that he's talking to, but I'm just saying you can partner with some of these entities instead of paying tons of money for leads. Okay? Just know that these things are very, very possible. So you guys already have some of this activity starting to bubble up in your teams, and I'm just encouraging you to think outside the box. Think about who's in your community that could possibly be places where you could partner with. Who do you know that's engaged in nonprofit activities? Who do you know that's somehow connected to a smaller magazine or newspaper, or, internet radio is getting to be a really big thing. There's lots of people doing podcasts and, blog talk radio and all that kind of stuff. These are all places you could partner and be able to get help in generating prospects.
Yeah. I bet you going to like those meetup groups, Shan, is a gold mine.
Well, but you got to take the time to build relationships.
Yeah.
You just kind of walk in and say, hey, I got this great opportunity. You need to hear about it. They might go, there's the door.
That's what connectors are, is relationship builders.
Yes, sir. That's exactly it. That is totally exactly it. So one thing I wanted to offer to everybody who's on the call tonight or who watches this recording is that I've actually got a website that I built up recently that I haven't really publicized much yet, but you can see how to get to it. It says thesuperconnector.weebly.com. And if you go to this site, you can actually be able to download my free ebook. And basically it talks about these things that I've talked about tonight. It's more clients, more sales, the consultant's guide to profitable partnering. And so it's all about the idea of find staffing companies to partner with, find the media outlets to partner with, find the nonprofits to partner with. So if you guys go in here and you put your email and your first and your last name, guess what? This is another lead capture page. It's just one that I had built that didn't before I had iWeb tool. So it's another lead capture, but it'll take you direct to the download page for this ebook. And you can actually read, in detail about this idea of being able to recruit connectors to your team and then use the leads that those connectors generate to help the people in your team who just want to be a consultant or just want to be a teacher. Hand them those leads and let them work them. Teamwork, yes, this is the ultimate in teamwork. There's no doubt about it. And and we've been starting to talk to other network marketers about iWeb tool, and because we've got this other website called We Care Consulting, and so we're bringing other network marketers together and teaching them about working with the low-income community, and we're getting them on board to work with us, and they're going to start using iWeb tool for their own companies, and also so that they can help teach people that we bring them in to teach on how to sell different kinds of products. So that's a whole nother arena, is just be aware. If you don't know where to find potential prospects, just be aware that being out here and talking to other network marketers, you have a tool. iWeb tool is a tool they could use. And I tell you, because I met with this gal this past week, and she's going to join the program. She's already in another program she's very happy with, but she wants to be able to travel and get paid for it, and she likes the idea of iWeb tool. And I asked her, and I want you to hear this, guys, because this is powerful. This is why I keep trying to get you to tell your stories. Put up a video telling your story. Because I asked her, I said, okay, I said, how are you doing with team building in the program you're in? She said, well, it's not bad. You know, I sell a good number of products, and most of those people join the team. And I said, but is it building the way you want? She says, well, you know, we're always struggling with that. I said, okay, so how about this? I said, if you had a closet full of money and you never had to work again, what would you be doing with your time? And she burst into tears. And she said, I would be homeschooling my child because I don't want her being exposed to the craziness in the education system. I don't want them trying to put her on ADD drugs. She said, I would be homeschooling my child. I said, so how many other moms are out there wanting to homeschool their child and they can't afford to do it right now? And she said, oh, there's many. I said, so that's what you need to put on iWeb tool. Tell your story about why you want to homeschool your child and put that video out there saying you're looking for other moms to join the team who want to be able to bring in enough automatic money that they could stay home at least part of the time and homeschool their children. And she was in tears. She was so excited about that idea. So we have a tool for a lot of different kinds of people. And it's just, it's an amazing thing. We can do it. We can bring this out to more and more people. And think about when you're talking to people. Some people are going to be better connectors. Some people are natural relationship builders. Donald does that very well. That's how he's been building the team. And there are some people who would just say, you know, I'm just not that good at going out and finding people. But if you can bring me some leads that you don't have time to work, I will teach them about iClub all day long. I'll teach them about iWeb tool. I'll teach them about the travel program. Bring those people together and make it a real team.
Bring them to this call every Friday.
And get them to my YouTube channel so they can read and listen to these videos and see how we're doing it, because nobody's doing it this way, but it's powerful. It's powerful. All right. So somebody had put something in the group chat too. So, okay, that's good. We got people out here. Good. So I know we're down to about 7 minutes left before Zoom will dump out on us. But tell me, I mean, does any of this spark any new ideas for any of you? Any way that we can help? There's my article. Yes, I found it. The Many Faces of Identity Theft. That is an article that I wrote for the City Insight. They put in the article up there, and in the article, says by Cheyenne Kramer, and in the article they said, if you want any help with identity theft protection, send us an email. And they created a special email just for me so that people could come to us if they wanted more information about identity theft protection. I'm not paying for this advertisement, guys. It's possible to be able to partner with people.
Right. Are you starting to make some? Are you starting to make some good money with it?
Well, everything is right now just starting to generate more and more leads. We've only just put this up on City Insight here recently. It's actually in a hardcover magazine too. But you have to, part of the challenge with anything that is advertising of any kind is that people typically have to see something at least 5 to 7 times before they even remember they see it. Remember that people's brains have been fogged over with so much stuff that they don't even recognize things right away. So, you know, that's where you have to have repetition. That's where you have to take something like this and you have to put your iWeb tool page out there multiple times so that people see it. You have to put an article like this out here multiple times so people see it. That's what you have to do.
Right.
And then let them respond to you. Questions, comments?
Yeah, I like it, Shan. I mean, that's definitely one way of marketing and putting yourself out there and being connectors or a teacher or a consultant.
Yeah, yeah, it is. And, you know, again, making it more of a team activity where people are helping each other, build the team. Some people want to be the connector. Some people want to be the teacher. And this is, Donald, this is for you too, because you're actually a pretty good example of exactly what I'm talking about with existing business owners. There's a lot of existing business owners out there that could benefit from having a lead capture page. You know, if you can just even sell them on that idea, as if they don't have a website, we can put up a lead capture page for them in 5 minutes using iWeb tool. And it's way better than not having a website. If they do have a website, but they don't have a place for people to put their name and email and phone number in there so that they can have that information, we can attach an iWeb tool to an existing website. And if a business owner wants another stream of income, but they don't have the time to mess with it, well, that's the whole thing. You don't have the time to mess with all the details, but you're still a good connector. Almost every business owner out there is a good connector. They will connect you to other people. They just don't want to play teacher. So connect them, hook them up with somebody who wants to be their teacher.
Exactly. Yeah, it's all about bringing team together, and we're all benefiting and leveraging ourselves and helping others do the same.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think that's enough information for one night. We'll definitely, looks like the video went through okay, so we'll be putting that up on YouTube. And any other questions, comments, anything?
You got me stimulated on some other avenues. I enjoyed what you said tonight.
All right. Well, good. That's the thing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with paying for lead sources if they're working for you, but I just want you to think beyond that and just understand that there are other kinds of lead sources out there. And if you partner with them, you know, you can develop some pretty good lead sources without having to spend a lot of money. Okay?
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's what Don just said. He said what everybody really needs is a good lead source in each of their legs, their left leg and the right leg. And then that way, you know, all these people who aren't so good at generating leads and they just want leads to work with, now if you've got 2 lead sources, one on each leg, now you've got, you can plug people in and have them work with those leads.
Right. How about get somebody that's been in the network marketing for like 20 years that knows different ways of networking and promoting? That's what we need, is people that got experience.
Absolutely.
Because they can bring all their people with them all at one time into.
They can. Now, some companies have some pretty big restrictions that scare people away. For me, I refuse to put all my eggs in one basket, and for the very same reason, you know, Donald, you had all yours in one basket and it dumped out on you. So I will never do that again. But anyway, we're down to less than a minute. So
on that website that you had, the Super Connector, what was after that?
It's the superconnector.weebly.com.
Weebly?
Weebly, W-E-E-B-L-Y. So, yeah, you can go download that free ebook. You guys have an excellent weekend, and hit me up on Facebook or give me a call if you got any questions, need any help. We're here for you.
Okay, love you, Shan.
Love you guys. You take care. Have a good weekend.
Good night, Shan.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye, Henry. Hey, call me, Henry.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye, Henry.